If everyone's ready, I will try and cough my way through the recap. Alright, so last session picked up right after our party was transported to the avium via some sort of plant teleportation, and introductions were made to the two perch guards waiting. They were Rax and Orwin, one wretched, one trainee. Once Rax informed you all of the plans for the day, you set off towards your destination for the day, one of the perch guards' way stations, a few days out from the Crest Mountains. Bronobi along the way showed off his skill as a marksman and hunter, using Jeremy to hunt down a hawk. Orwin then started to look at this motley crew with a little awe in his voice and tried to get to know what everyone could do. Rax just smiled and told everyone to keep watch. Along the way, smoke was noticed in the distance toward the way station, and you all took off. You're not really ready for what you're about to see, though. The way station was utterly destroyed, on fire, and bodies of perch guards were spread around the area. They were both burnt and torn in half. Everything around was either covered in ash from the fire or something else. There's also about 7 large holes around the station and inside of it, and you could clearly see tunnels under the ground. One of the bodies had also written, "It came from below," in the dirt before they died. Bronobi started to toss burning wood down the holes to see if he could smoke out what might be down there, but nothing seemed to happen. After the bodies were looted and buried, Rax informed our group that as of now, you are deputy perch guards until such time as their mission is over. And right now, they needed to see where these tunnels led and to find what did this to his perch. The tunnel system was vast, and you saw about 30 different passageways around you. There was also 3 glowing embers in the distance that were positioned almost like lanterns, but as you got closer, you could tell from the intense heat from them to stay away. Near the end of the hole that you were in, you found what looked to be a few scales of some sort of creature that looked to be snake-like trails in the ash-covered floor. You went deeper down one tunnel that was also lit up with more embers and found that buried under the ground was a very old temple to Kryn the Sly. Once the door was unlocked and opened, there was a small poof of air that came out, and once a few of you made your way in, you could tell that this place was quite spotless inside. No dust, no footprints, just broken or rotted wood and stone. The building itself started to crumble, but inside looked to have been almost airtight and undisturbed. As you moved in and looked around, a trap was set off, and some sort of magic rune was ignited, and 4 magma elementals appeared and attacked. The fight was quick and dirty, as you found that once these elementals exploded, when they died, and you guys came out a little bit burnt and battered after that. Reynard's summoned dire badger was the only casualty, at least on your side. Once some healing went around by Rax, it was time to delve deeper. You found an old medical area that was broken and falling apart, and Irma found the remains of about 7 perch guard bodies hidden under some bedsheets. They looked to have been there for about 100 years. You also found some sort of torture room and set off another room that summoned more magma elementals. Luckily, you had the jump on these ones, and they died without doing too much damage to you guys. But what you saw after that was something no one else had really seen before. Behind where the summoning circle was, slowly fading, was a small firebird trapped in some sort of magical trap, and it started talking to you. It told you that it was a celestial that had been tasked with helping to find the Heartwood. It was sent here by Ardea, the Dawn Mother, and it was captured by someone during its search and placed inside this containment spell. He was captured by someone in a dark robe with its hood up, but he could tell there was some dark black feathers underneath. He told you where there was a hidden lever to turn off the spell, and once he was free, thanked you and for your help, vanished, and left behind 3 feathers. Which is where we ended and where we're picking up. What would you guys like to do?
Have we already picked up the feathers?
You just had picked up the feathers, yes.
Okay.
There are 3 of them. They kind of look like they maybe were on fire, but now they're pretty much like the same, like orange hue of the bird. They're quite tiny.
Bronobi wants to try and find a way to attach this feather to his bow.
Okay.
See if he can just get some small string or something and secure it to the bow.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd have something quite easy on that. I'll just take a quick, simple dexterity check to see how well it goes. Yes.
I guess I should get some dice out, shouldn't I?
Unless you want
Do
to
the
use a character
feathers?
sheet.
Do the feathers feel like warm or anything, or they
Li-
just feel like feathers?
A little warm to the touch, yes.
Okay,
Does
but
anyone
not-
feel like giving me guidance?
I think I might be able to help you with that, friend. Go right ahead. Guidance for you.
Excellent. Well, I rolled a 1 on the guidance, which gets me up to an amazing 11.
11's enough that it is secure and not going to fall off yet.
I'm sure. Well, this will do for now, and I might try and fix it later. But I think this looks like a good luck charm.
With asking about them feeling warm and everything, I guess specifically, I'm assuming they don't feel warm enough where it would just burn through a regular piece of string.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
It's
No.
just, it kind of feels warm to the touch, kind of like,
Yeah.
kind of like body temperature, but not like,
Yeah. It's not
fire
boiling water
temperature.
or fire. No.
Okay.
It's just
Well,
enough residual heat to know that this bird, well, it looked like something you guys had seen in your vision, just smaller, a lot smaller. But yeah, definitely some sort of firebird.
Well,
All right.
friends, I'll be one to say, definitely, this is quite the gift. I know I don't happen to just give my feathers away willy-nilly and such, so it's quite the gift indeed.
For you guys who can do magic, I'll take an Arcana roll. Unless someone wants to try and identify them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it seemed like it was like obviously they're feathers, so I could see that they're feathers. But I was gonna say if it seemed like if it was obvious that there might be something more to them.
Yeah,
I could.
Not a clue.
Reynard
Okay.
and Irma don't know a thing.
Well,
Okay.
It's a feather.
It's a feather.
I'll
smells
try
like
for
ash.
it.
Good for me.
Now, I cast magic of sorts myself.
4,
However, I am not proficient.
18.
However, I have a +3.
No,
So
not
how
many
about
that's better than the rest, I think.
let's try.
Yeah, I rolled Arcana and gave myself guidance, and I have a 25.
Okay.
If I did my math right, hang on. Yeah, 19 plus 6.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
25.
good, 'cause I only got a 12, so I defer to you.
Yep.
I rolled worse.
You did. Okay. Hester, you're the only one who can ascertain that these definitely do have some sort of magical properties. With a 25, you'd be able to ascertain probably like some sort of healing magic. Maybe a little bit more than that, though.
Okay. If we have the time, I would like to ritual cast Identify on them.
Yeah.
To get the specifics of it.
Yep.
And I'll let everyone know that, these feel like it feels like these have like magical healing properties. Give me some time. I'll figure out what it is.
So attaching it to my bow might be a little bit counterproductive. And then he starts removing it from his bow.
It might heal your bow because you've broken that before.
I broke a different one. This one is not broken. I'm worried I might be healing the things I am trying to hurt.
Fair point. Yeah, because we don't know how these feathers work.
Right, and certainly, as opposed to healing your bow, friend, we would much rather, if anything, have the healing help you. So yes, that makes sense.
I admit I had tied it to my bow in the vain hope that perhaps it would make my arrows turn into fire or something cool like that.
You're
All
going
right,
to
well-
hear Orwin and Rax both go, fire is actually not the best thing to use, especially in the woods. You could set off all sorts of bad things, but
I mean, it's also
My-
probably
my
not good to
salu-
be using down here with all the fire
yes.
that we had to pass.
Interesting way of starting a campfire, though, with an arrow. I like the sound of that.
My solution is just not to miss the things I'm shooting at, then I'm only setting them on fire. But I maybe admit you have a point.
Yes. After 10 minutes is up, you find that they're pretty much just firebird feathers. They will heal 3d6, and it'll also cure disease, poison, blindness, and deafness.
That is.
But they're one-off things.
They're a one-off. Yeah. So you basically apply it to cut, a burn, or something, and it'll heal 3d6 and also cure the person of disease, poison, blindness, or deafness. They are a gift from the bird for helping.
Nice.
That is.
Could you copy paste that?
Sure can.
I was trying to find it in as an item to add.
It's not an item. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an actual ability the Firebird has. It's part of its natural ability, but I'm making it part of the feathers.
Gotcha.
Yep.
3d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. I will say, but anybody else but Skye is welcome to use this feathers because certainly, as I happen to be one of the two main healers, I would think those would be useful in case one of us gets hit in combat. So we rely on y'all.
Yeah, they're
It is
definitely
nice.
smaller feathers than you guys have as birds.
Mhm.
Certainly good to have options.
Yeah.
Indeed.
These kind of remind you a little bit of they'd be about the same size as the ones that Jeremy have.
Okay.
Even though he's pseudo dragon, so he's not feathers, he's more scaly, but like the size of his scales, these are pretty small.
Right.
Yeah. But they pack a
And
punch.
Bronobi will look over at Jeremy and say, "Hey, Jeremy, I can heal myself with just one of these feathers. What can you do for me?" I am just kidding. I love you.
You get it like a little burp.
You see, so talented.
Smoke.
Well, after you'd notice after that happened, Orwin and Rax pretty much just finished clearing the area to make sure there was nothing else in here. Well, that was interesting, guys. What do you think of that? This place is... I did not know this was here. This is
Well, I
quite
think
old.
we did not. I think we did not find the things that killed all the perch guard.
No, definitely not. I'm just wondering. It seems the way station was built over top of this, and that makes me wonder if they've known about it for quite a while. More questions.
Wait, are you suggesting that the perch guard are the ones who imprisoned him?
No, there's a lot of perch guard that are dead. I'm just wondering. Maybe coincidence? I don't know. But being this close to the station, maybe at one point in time this was above ground. I do not know.
Yeah, the forest holds many secrets.
You were right about that. Well, we have a burning building above us. I think we should go topside. It is like noonish, so what would you guys like to do? I know you guys used quite a lot of spells, some of you, but I'll leave it up to you what you guys feel like doing if you want to stay and rest here for the evening and go again.
You just said it's only noon.
It is only noon. Yep.
Well, if this area is limited to the areas we've already explored, then perhaps it does do well for us to make sure that we do find you know a secure place to rest up and replenish ourselves at the very least. Maybe at least a rest for a little while and then maybe return topside. How are people feeling about that?
I do not like the idea of being cooped up in here for too long. This feels very restrictive.
I have to agree, my friend. I'm most comfortable with my wings spread right right against the winds. But yes, I will defer to what everyone else agrees to.
As a quick question, the place where the Firebird was locked, is that still active or is
No,
that
You
gone?
turned it off. Yeah, it is gone.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I can't remember.
You'd probably be able to figure out that the lever might turn it back on, though. You did turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We flipped the lever because the Firebird said flip the lever, and okay.
Yeah.
Forgot about that because I was like, I wanted to investigate how it worked, but then it's like you flip the lever and it comes on, you flip it and it comes off. So I already know how it works. No investigation needed.
Okay.
Hester, is this a device you could take with you? Perhaps disassemble it and, we could always use it if we needed to capture something or someone. Can it be portable?
I don't think it can. I think it was built directly in this room. I think the whole room is what controls it. Plus, I don't think there's like Wi-Fi in this area. So I don't think it can. Although then I also don't think there's wires, so I don't know.
Nope.
There's just magic. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the lever itself is magical, but without taking the wall apart.
I'll take an investigation or a straight intelligence roll.
Yeah, I'll do investigation.
Okay.
Ooh.
Or another arcana that would work too.
May I add guidance on that as well?
Yeah, you're taking the time to look. Absolutely.
All right. 19 plus 23.
23 is enough to be able to tell that the lever itself has like some sort of glyph of warding imbued on it. So every time you move it, you're basically turning the glyph on or off. To be able to, the only thing you'd be able to do is to dispel it to make sure it could never be used again. It's pretty much some sort of spell that you can't take with you.
Okay.
You could only turn it off once and for all. Or
Gotcha.
destroy the lever would probably sever it too.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking, is that this activates the other. I'm assuming there's like a glyph or something on the floor. So it's like this glyph activates this glyph. And in order. Yeah, so you can't take it. Yeah. We can't take it with. It just looks like the one activates the other.
Okay.
But without taking hundreds of pounds of stone, I don't think we could take it with us.
That's okay. It was worth asking. It might.
Yes, yeah. That would be good. For a small little cage, because then we could, put stuff in it and whatnot. It's a very good idea. I had not thought of that. But no, it does not look like we can take that with.
So I would like to say I do not want to rest in here, but what do others think? Irma, you are very quiet over there.
I mean, this isn't the most comfortable place to to rest, but it might be safer than outside. I don't know.
I don't like. I don't like being high. I like being on the ground, but underground, not so much. Especially when we came in through various holes, and I don't know if those holes are going to collapse, and then I don't know how we would get out if they collapse.
If they collapse,
Yeah,
okay, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, we should
Bronobi
probably.
As soon
run.
as you say collapse, Orman and Rax go, yeah, that would be bad. All right, let's
Oh,
go
dear.
topside, folks.
Okay, yes. Let's follow, friends. Let's.
And let's maybe not
mean-
make any loud noises.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, Bronobi's running
Especially
ahead
because-
of everyone, yelling out, "Oh, they're all going to die! Hurry up!"
Oh no.
yeah. I'm thinking about it. It's like all the holes are right around a burning house, and it's like if the house
Yep.
collapses, it could mess with the ground, and then
Yep.
ground collapses. It's like
Oh, friends, I have to. I have to
Mhm.
do
It's-
this, but my ear keeps hearing our friend say, "Get your ass to Mars," or "Or come
mean-
with me if you want to live."
I mean, also we were in a previous session. We were in the cave or whatever in the muck fields or something like
Yeah.
that, and we had to be careful of the pillars, and we accidentally hit a few of the pillars, and then shit started collapsing on us.
them
and-
the- Yep.
Oh no.
So it's like I don't want that to happen again because that wasn't fun.
Fair
Yeah, and that
point.
was
like,
the
yeah, let's
cave.
get
That was
outta here.
rock. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys eventually make yourselves back to the surface. What would you like to do? The workstation is still smoldering.
Okay.
It's not
And
like fully engulfed anymore. It's just more remains, but there is ash everywhere.
All
Did we
right.
do
And
anything with
we've already
bodies?
looted this area, right?
You
Like
did loot
looted the area and the bodies. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because that's where we got our +1 long bows and
it. Yes.
the
What did you say,
pipes
Brnobi?
haunting and stuff.
Did we do anything with the bodies? Are they still there? Have we buried them? I don't remember.
Rax and Orwin buried them.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, we made a little conveyor belt. We looted everything off of them, and then the other guys
Yep.
buried them.
Well, there is nothing here. I think we should continue on our way. The day is still young.
Indeed.
Yeah, you guys have about like another day to get to the base of the mountains. That's what Rax is. He's pretty much just saying. From here on out, it's pretty straight path. I don't think we should run into anything. Hopefully, there's nothing really. There's a couple spots to camp along the way, but we'll have to keep our eyes out for bandits because once we hit the base of the mountain, that is their territory.
GM,
There's also
to
a
that-
bunch of. Yep, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say to that point, are we currently traveling on an actual road or path, or
Yeah, this
did
was
we
part of the main road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think Skye would speak up and say, "It's maybe, it might be in our best interest if we travel not on the road, much traveled, as it were. Perhaps it'd be good to stay a little ways off of the road.
Mhm.
What do folks think about that?"
I like this idea.
Yeah, that sounds good. I just wanted to make sure after I finished identifying those feathers, who do we want to hold on to them? Did you want me to just put them in the bag of holding, or should we give them out to the healers? What do you guys think we should do with
Makes
them?
more sense for those of us that are not healers to have them. If a healer
Oh yes.
is injured, we can use it to
Mhm.
bring them back up.
Agree.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. And then Hester will give one to I don't know your name.
Reynard?
Reynard. There we go. I was thinking of somebody else, but yeah.
Hi, Hester. We haven't really
Reynard.
talked much. How's it going?
Hi. Well, I was gonna say to Frost, and then I was like, no, that's not his name. And then I'm like, no, that's his username. And then I was like, okay, hang on. I got to remember his character's name. But yes, so Reynard will get one. I'll hang on to one, and then Bronobi already has one. So that way we have it, so we could either heal ourselves if the healers are unable to help at that moment, or if the healers need help, we can do something about it.
Indeed.
And let's carry on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So not too
Yeah.
far from the road, GM, but enough, far enough so that we will not easily be spotted as much as we would be on the path.
Okay.
We want to always know the road is nearby us without necessarily being in eyeshot of it.
Yes. Perfect.
I think we should go a little ways and maybe take a short rest. I mean, mechanics wise, I like to use some hit dice because I am slightly injured and I don't want people wasting magic to heal me.
I am quite okay
Oh.
with that.
Fair enough.
So if we could go take a short rest, just get out of this area to make sure that we're out of danger.
Okay.
I think that would work.
Perfect. All right.
Feel the same.
Yeah, you don't want to stay near here. Okay, understood. All right, I'll put you guys back on the world map then, since you're leaving this area. So you guys have went from pretty much the avium here up to here. That's pretty much where you guys currently are. So you have another day east to hit the Crest Mountains, the base of them anyway. The Crest Mountains are vast. It's going to be probably a 3 to 5 day journey to climb. Because you're not too sure exactly. You have a map of a general location-ish.
General location.
Yeah. But it doesn't give you time or paths along the way and all that. You're pretty much heading into uncharted territory because mountain climbing's not really the main thing you guys do.
We have someone who can kind of fly up and then tie ropes to make it easier for us.
I was going to say, I'd be
Somewhat.
happy to do that. If
Uh,
there
uh,
is a tree tall enough, of course, for Skye
need to-
to glide a bit.
You would know you'd need a good strong wind to propel you high.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well,
right
in my
now, currently,
experience,
it's windless, basically.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Like if you were on the top of Alderheart and jumped off and flew, you'd probably glide your way down to maybe halfway to the Crest Mountains. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I understand.
Just everybody give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna make these cogwork wings. Let me just bust them together real quick.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly with those blueprints, you said that it's going to take a while to get the materials
You'll need
required to actually craft them,
find
right?
the materials, and then crafting them alone would be at least 3 to 5 days.
So
Gotcha.
that sounds like the
Okay.
makings of stopping in at a major city, really, is what
Major
it sounds
city.
like. Or at
Me-
least a stronghold or main village of some sort that has said supplies at the very least. Mhm.
Yep.
You mean I can't just make these out of random pieces
Twigs
of
and
wood
berries.
and fucking soup ladles and shit?
I mean, you could, friend, but we are talking about making sure I stay suspended in the sky. I'd really like some assurances on that, if you don't mind.
Well, I mean, once
Hester
you're
can
they only have
Icarus
to
it,
get
but,
you you only have to get into the sky. After that, you have your own wings that you can glide with.
I did have one friend of mine kind of do what some locals call a fastball special with me at one point. I wish never to do that one again. I just, I would much rather have those assurances.
Fair point.
well, forgetting the materials, I can easily fund Hester. He just needs to start like a Kickstarter, GoFundMe page. I'll be a
Yeah.
sponsor.
We'll just give Reynard the list and be like, this is what I need. And it's like 2 days later, he's like, here you go. It's like, how'd you pay for all this? Let's
Don't
not ask
ask.
questions we don't want the answers to.
Well, wouldn't
That's not
that
important.
be
Let's
wouldn't
get
that
building.
be a lovely Patreon offering? Patreon listeners, if y'all would love to see Skye be able to lift up into the sky in a more mechanical fashion, please feel free to donate. And, perhaps
Meanwhile,
our
Brandon's
wonderful,
like, "Oh, I better make a Patreon quickly."
No.
perhaps our wonderful GM would be kind enough to allow Skye's new mechanized wings to be formulated.
Your
Yeah, I mean,
DM
at the
is
bottom-
bribe worthy.
Yeah, I mean, at the bottom of the blueprints here, it says you require these ingredients or $200. So I don't know what that means, but
As a
Right there.
DM, the easiest way to bribe me is just show up to play.
Well, that just says, either here's the supplies you need should you choose to accept the
Mhm.
mission of doing it yourself, or here's the amount that you would need to let the DM come up with a shopkeep who might manufacture that for you, is
Yep.
what I'm getting from that. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, you're limited where you currently are. Alderheart would be the prime area. The Avium might have a few. You are heading to a stronghold, so maybe you're gonna find something you could pilfer there.
Oh,
Yay.
interesting. Interesting. All right.
All right.
It's a fortress, so they'd have to have supply and demand.
Onward and upward.
From
With
the
all
top of the
the
mountain, could she
conversation-
fly to Alderheart?
Alderheart's actually about the same height as the mountain.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Alderheart is massive because it's like for you guys without the pulley system, you're almost 5 days to climb that thing. It is massive. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that big. There you go.
Yeah, like the base of this is like 6 city blocks for the roots. It's huge.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. And the canopy would be the
Alright.
same. So
So with all the talking we've been doing, would that be like the short rest that I was asking about? So I
yeah,
could
I'm
just
good with that.
do a couple of hit dice here.
Yeah, if you guys want to take a short rest, by all means. There'd be lots of spaces along the way to grab a stump and have a little sit. All right. So Orwin and I forgot his name already because I don't have it written down. Let's go back to the character tokens because that'll be the easiest way to do it. All right. So along the way, Orwin and Rax, that's what I can remember. Pretty much you're going to notice Rax is always on point and Orwin's always in the back. Who wants to be on point with Rax for the rest of your journey? You will have either you'll need to sleep at the base of the mountain or just before you get to it tonight before you climb.
Reynard will take point.
Okay. All right. Can I have the survival rolls, please? With advantage from Orwin. Sorry, from Rax.
$21.
And is that a survival check from everyone?
If you would like, yes. And I'll also take perception rolls as you guys go by.
I got a 13 perception.
16 perception.
Okay.
I got a 13 for survival.
That's an
Okay.
8 perception.
An 8. Excellent. Okay.
Wow, that worked out. So Hester got a 10 for perception, and Bubo got a 10 for perception as well. So we are kind of focusing on one another.
You are.
I'm like,
How about Jeremy can
tinkering
do
on
one?
them, and
I'd be happy with Jeremy because he's the only one who
Yeah.
can fly.
Yeah, he got a dirty 20.
Ooh. All right. That'll work perfectly. So, along your lovely journey beside the main path, you guys will notice from time to time that as soon as you start leaving like the main area here, this place you're getting to a point where it's more hunter trails and just cart paths. Once you get away from the main area that's like the tenders and the perch guard patrol around here, you're getting into territory where most people don't go. You'll notice Rax and Orwin, they don't really know anything past, like once you hit the edge of the trees and get into open fields, they don't go past there because they don't need to. They protect the forest. So eventually the main path that you guys are on ends and it's just field. But you will notice that there are cart paths. Old-ish. Most of them are, you'd be able to tell maybe once every couple weeks a cart goes down there. But you do see other trails here and there. They're not like, it's not just one. You'll eventually find like 2 or 3 different little paths. Definitely a few odd hunting trails. And a lot of holes where it looks like there might be some subterranean people living underground. Irma, you would know that a lot of hedges do like to build underground too. So maybe there's some Cervan or hedge little communities underneath where you guys are going. As long as you guys can hear me, everything is good. So, your good old perception and survival rolls. Your survival rolls are enough to be able to navigate where you're not going to fall into any of the holes from the subterranean homes or little communities that you guys notice. There's probably at least 5 or 6. And I will take history rolls from all of you, please.
All right.
Not a wonderful number. Let's see what it adds up to. 14.
Okay.
At 20 for 21.
Nice. 19 for Skye.
Beautiful.
Regular 20
Okay.
for Hester.
You bunch of know-it-alls.
Yeah. The majority of you guys would know this is a good area for... You would probably know that there's a bunch of... Especially the hedges. There are some underground mushroom farms that might be in this area. You might have stumbled across a couple.
Why, yes, I do remember. A good friend of mine actually brought me a bushel of mushrooms from this area. It's been a minute since I've been back, but it's wonderful to be here. That's good. Perhaps I can pick up some fresh ones for our journey.
I don't know, that might feel like stealing from the people that live here if they are using them.
Oh, no, friend. Of course, barter in kind, always.
The last time I had mushrooms, it was a bad trip.
Yeah, along the way you'd see like a little, like small little ventilation shafts and whatnot.
If you had a bad trip somewhere, then just don't go there again.
I do believe our friend was talking about in their mind. And I am quite
To be fair, you don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody does.
That is silly. You can't travel in your mind. You only travel with your feet.
I'm sure that at one way or another, Skye had to be raised to know, okay, this berry does this. It's safe to eat this fruit, but not quite that one, not at this time of year. So I feel like as a healer, she probably does need to know at least, okay, friend, you don't want to touch that. You know?
I will take nature rolls to see if you do.
Ooh, yes. Let's see how much she remembers.
Mm-hmm.
Just Skye or everybody?
If anyone is interested to figure out what Reynard is talking about, by all means, give me a nature roll.
Oh no, that's only an 8.
16 for Reynard.
So I feel like
Hester has a 15.
Okay.
Oh no. So I feel like maybe she remembers, yes, but
for you,
will
mushrooms
she
taste good.
remember on right?
Yeah.
Will she remember
With
on
an 8, it's like
site?
mushrooms are great. Yeah, I'd probably have a great trip too if I ate a lot of them. They're tasty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Add some onion.
Bronobi's been told.
I mean,
Bronobi's been
Hester's
told
from
once not to
Alderheart, so they would kind of know about this area since I had a really good history check on it too. That I would kind of know that there's some of them that you should steer clear of. That
Possibly. Would you say Bronobi? Sorry.
I just said Bronobi only has been told what not to eat, so he didn't eat it.
True. Go. All right. Yeah. Anything?
Irma's from a city on the other side of the map, so like Irma doesn't know what's going on over here. Just heard of this place.
Oddly enough, yeah. You actually, you weren't here for it, but you and Skye are both from Seltersport.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm also gonna say that Hester would also know that given the issues that they have with their brain, that some of the mushrooms, if taken properly, can help with that.
Yep. Or cause
and help
worse.
alleviate. Yeah, and if it's not taken properly, it could really mess with your head. So they kind of know what Reynard is talking about, but hasn't experienced that side of things.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I'm not clarifying what trip I'm talking about.
No.
Oh no, friend, it's a bad trip indeed
Sorry.
if you don't prepare mushrooms in the right way. Just like my grandma Jean used to say. I mean, there's a way to prepare certain things, and then there's a way to not. So, but she always prepared them just right.
Oh, perfect. So along your path, your good old perceptions, especially Jeremy's dirty 20. As you guys get closer and closer to the mountains itself, Jeremy's going to eventually, pretty much come out of the sky quickly and, try to huddle in, your arms there, Bronobi. Looks like something...
What is wrong?
He's pretty much just gonna, look up. And I'll take...
Bronobi immediately gets a bow and arrow ready and points it upwards.
Okay. Can I have perception rolls from everyone, please?
Only a 4 for me. Do I have advantage because Jeremy's helping?
Sure.
I mean, that really improved it to a 10.
Nat 20 for a 26.
Didn't you just get a nat 20?
You sure did. That's 2 in a row.
Yeah, so
Well,
One more and I win.
Hester has a 9 for perception, and
Okay.
Bubo rolled a nat 1
Okay.
for a 5. So yeah, we're not paying attention to anything.
I believe I'll try a guidance on myself if that's all right.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Let's go
I
ahead
rolled a
and
1 and a 3 for your 2 guard helpers.
Then
Okay, you got an
we'll roll
18. Herba's a 15. Okay.
for the guidance. That's a 2, so that's a dirty,
That's a dirty 20. Okay. Well, between a few of you who have some good sight, a couple of you are good at looking into the sky. Maybe a few of you are better at looking on the ground. Some of you are probably just not paying attention. You see hovering maybe 1,000 feet in the air. They look, from that distance, they're still fairly big. They're definitely winged. Definitely some sort of bird. I will take nature rolls to see if you guys, only if those of you who passed your perception rolls of 15 or higher, I will take a nature roll to see if you can figure out what they are.
Oh dear.
Now-
you
now he's
are
cutting out
quite
again.
bad at this.
Am I?
Yeah, you cut out. Yeah, it was like
Weird.
80% of what you.
Okay. I will get a little closer. Whoever made your perception rolls, I will take a nature to see if you know what it is. Could be my cord. Maybe my cord's starting to go on the mic. Here, let me switch to headset, maybe?
We're happy for you to try. Because that time you cut out for a while.
Okay.
Yes.
Weird. Okay. Can you hear this one? All right. You can hear it, but they cannot. All
I'm
right.
worried that he's talking
So
and we
let's
just can't hear a
switch
word
over
now.
All right, I'll switch over to this one and see if this one works better for you. Go to the headset mic. Can you hear the headset mic?
Yes,
So far?
indeed.
Okay.
Although
Yes.
you're
Beautiful.
significantly softer, so
Yeah.
let me boost. I'm
Yep.
gonna boost your.
You might have to. Weird. Yeah, I think maybe my cord is starting to go. It's either that or the USB port itself, maybe in the computer. I'll figure it out.
Got you. All right.
Okay. As long as you can hear this one, that's the important part.
Indeed.
I have lots of mics, so worst comes to worst, well, I'll try the other 7.
It's okay.
Okay.
And I am boosting your user volume in my Discord. There we
Perfect.
go.
I might be able to do that too. It's probably because I can't do my entire voice today, but we'll see. I could always switch to push to talk, and then it's just constant. But we shall go from there. All right. So, from whoever made your... Yeah, so I got a couple nature rolls here, so... Pretzels. Can I have a roll from Bronobi for nature?
But I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it. Sorry. Okay.
Well, I only rolled an 11, so I'm assuming I did.
Beautiful. Nope. Okay. Pretzels. Irma, for some reason, maybe part of her dad's journey in life or something you read, you definitely know that above you is flying 2 griffins. You're definitely in some sort of griffin hunting territory.
Oh,
In this world, are griffins intelligent?
Highly. Well,
As
to
in
some
they
extent,
talk?
no, they don't. They do not speak. No.
Okay.
Yeah, they'd be akin to like normal griffins. Like they're not like smart, but they're like they're still griffins. But yeah, so they're like savage-ish.
So when you say griffin hunting territory, do you mean a territory that griffins hunt in, or
Yes.
territory that people hunt griffins in?
Definitely the former. Yeah, this is their territory.
Okay.
we might want to find cover. This area probably isn't safe to be walking. Want to fight off griffins?
Why is this area not safe? Did you see something?
Or we'll just like point.
Yeah. Then Hester will look up and be like, I don't know how I missed that.
What sort of cover do we have available?
All right.
Well,
They just spent the last half hour with their head inside Bubo fixing them.
I'll show you the map that you're currently at. So you're at the base of the mountains. As soon as you get there and you look up, you notice that there's the 2 griffins up top that are circling. You do notice like some sort of man-made path at the base of where you currently are.
Man-made what? Sorry?
A man-made path of some sort going up this
Okay.
mountains. It's not like stairs, but it looks like definitely some of the wagon tracks that you'd noticed definitely went this way, and it looks like they've kind of made some sort of trail heading up the mountain. And you're starting
Are we
to
not
get
just
cold.
sitting ducks? If
You're
we go up this path, we are just sitting ducks for these beasts you mentioned.
Indeed, I do believe it's best if we find some cover post haste.
I just confused how we can climb a mountain with cover. It is sort of by definition uncovered.
Well, some of the mountain, there are tree covers. There are trees here
few
that
at the
can
base.
provide
Yeah,
some
not many.
cover,
Yep.
please.
Not many along the path, though.
Hmm.
Yeah, Rax and Orwin will pretty much just go let you guys know. It's like griffins are territorial. They do not like people. We've came across a few of them, but I've never had to. We pretty much hide and wait for them to leave.
I am down with hiding. They look big.
But if they have
Is it-
nests nearby, they might be protecting.
Is it possible for us to just have Bubo spread their wings and we just hide under the wings and just walk with them?
I don't think he's big enough for all of us.
No,
Yeah, I mean, I mean, they have a, basically, I mean, they have probably a 6-foot wingspan, so 3 feet on each side, which would be wide enough for a lot of us.
Yeah, some are a little tall. They'd have to really, really crouch.
Are they taller than 6 feet,
Oh, he's
or
pretty
taller than 5 feet?
A couple, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most are. I think Irma's, the shortest.
And then I
Yeah,
think
'cause I-
Skye is
oh,
the
yeah.
next shortest right after.
Yeah, most
I
are over
believe.
Yeah.
5 feet.
Mhm.
Either Irma or
I
Hester.
mean, Hester's 3'3",
Yeah,
and Bubo is 6'6".
yeah. I think most
So,
people
I mean-
are over 4. Brucey was the shortest, I believe, because Bronobi 6 something, 6'1".
Oh
6'6"
yeah.
with the horns.
Yeah, 6'6" with the horns. And your
Yeah.
I think Skye will.
Orwin and Rax are almost 6 feet.
Can we just
Okay.
cut off a couple of branches of shrubbery and just like hold it up and like just kind of go with it?
Full Looney Tunes. I love
The
it.
Griffins are like, oh man, those bushes are moving.
I think.
As a reminder, it is also like 7 or 8 p.m. Sky's getting dark. Literally.
Okay.
That sounds racist.
I think that Skye would.
That's funny.
I think Skye would speak up and say, "Well, friends, I've traveled a fair amount, and wherever I go, sometimes I run into those who would rather cause conflict than be reasonable. But I do pride myself on trying to at least understand where people are coming from. So, you know what? If we discover any opposition, let's say, I'm happy to step forward and try to broker peace between us and any party that feels like they have the need to make trouble for us. Put it that way.
Well,
You can do that. But in the meantime, are we better off waiting till night that these things hunt in the daytime normally?
I'll take.
Are they nocturnal?
I will take nature rolls, please. Now that you know what they are. You've definitely read about them and heard about them. They are not uncommon, but
Nature.
they're not common. They're like uncommon enough that you'd get like the odd story you'd hear about them. They definitely don't go near the forest a lot. They know that they're not wanted there.
Skye rolled a natural
Sure
1
did.
for a whole 4. I think that perhaps Grandmammy, Grandgrammy Jean's best advice might have just been to stay away, not to mess with them, and that's about it.
Hester rolled a nat 20 for a 24 for nature.
You're doing good.
So
It's a lot of nat 20s today, guys. My God. Okay. Well, between the
We're gonna
few of
die
you-
later.
Yeah, between the few that rolled well, your best bet you would know is to wait. They definitely at night can't see that well. They do. You'd probably know that they can see. They do have like dark vision. but they are not nocturnal. They definitely sleep at night.
Yeah, I mean, plus the dark vision's not going to be hundreds of feet. It's
like probably like as
So
soon as
they-
the sun like really goes down, they're probably gonna head back home. Whether or not that's near where you guys are, that's hard. But I have rolled and neither of them saw you, so far it looks like you are safe.
yeah, the griffins they can't see so well at night, so I think we should just hang out here until the sun goes down, and then slowly make our way through here.
Or camp here
Okay,
for the night and go in the morning.
That was what I was thinking. Then we'd be leaving and it would be dark still because it's not dark yet. But if we camp now,
I'd rather
8 hours,
not.
we're starting like 3 a.m.
Yeah, climbing up the side of a mountain that we've never been at before in the middle of the night does not sound like a smart idea.
Fair point. Yeah. So maybe we should just hunker down, and then leave first thing in the morning.
Oh, all right.
Now, would you guys like to sleep on the ground for a change, or do you want to use your magical tree? Three of them have never seen it before.
Yeah, I mean, we could use the nest, being that there's trees around and whatnot,
Indeed.
but wouldn't be out of place.
The Skye would definitely
cooking
vote
fires
for that
anyways.
nest. Mm-hmm. After having been spent a little time underground, a nest would be a welcome option.
Okay. Describe what item you have and what it looks like to Skye. This will be her first
All
time
right.
sleeping in it.
So Hester has reaches. I'm pretty sure since I have to be attuned to it, I have to have it on me. I can't have it in like my bag of holding or something, right?
No, that's fine with, that thing I'm okay with it just being in your bag of holding. It's pretty much like on you at all time. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hester reaches into their bag of holding and pulls out just this like ball that looks like it's just brambles. And I think I have to speak a word or something like that in order for it to
Plant it in the
activate.
ground.
But what
That's all you gotta do.
plant it in the ground?
Yep.
Oh yeah, by placing the charm in the ground and speaking its command word.
Uh-huh.
So I set it in the ground and then I'm like, grow, and it creates a 30-foot diameter circular platform of interwoven branches. And I can't remember how high you said it goes up. I'm assuming it's like 50, 60 feet,
Yeah,
something
it's
like
about
that.
5 or 6 stories. Yeah, it's a high height.
Yeah. So it basically grows a tree with an enclosed nest at the top for us to spend time in.
That is incredible.
Oh, it does say 50 feet in the air. Yeah. Once the platform has reached its full size, a magical tree grows beneath it, lifting the platform 50 feet in the air, carrying all passengers and items along with it.
Yep. It's a way to get you guys
Incredible,
off the ground.
That is amazing.
But
now,
now-
is that high enough off the ground that once they've finished their rest, that if Skye were to expand her wings, that she would be able to glide for a little bit, or no? Is it not
Depending on
still
the
not high
wind.
enough?
Yeah, like
Depending on that
like how the
wind.
glide works, that pretty much doubles how far out you can glide. Like normal glide with your regular wings, you drop 5 feet every time you glide. Yours, I
see.
think, doubles or triples that. I can't remember.
Got it. All
Yep.
right. Fair enough.
The higher you are, the longer you can glide. But if you hit a wind current, that'll pick you up, and you'd be able to glide a little bit longer, just like a normal glider. If it's towed up behind a plane, as long as you can keep hitting a wind current, you're gonna stay in the air.
You know, I think from the
Otherwise,
stories
you're gonna
we've
make
heard-
Brendan do geometry.
No, I'm not bad at that part. Yeah. But you're on the side of a mountain cliff. There's not a lot of wind until you start to get higher,
Yes,
and then you're gonna
indeed.
have a lot of wind.
So, also, I think
Foreshadowing.
yes, I think also her verdant wish is that from the stories she's heard from other folks who might be akin to seagulls and such.
Yeah.
Oh, the expanse of the sea. All of the trade winds along the seas that could just carry you for
Yep.
miles and miles. So
Absolutely. Okay. Well, if you guys are going to settle down for the night, who's taking first watch? Who's sleeping? Who's doing what?
Bronobi and Jeremy are taking first watch.
Reynard
Bubo
takes
will
last
be
one.
on. Bubo will be on all watches because they don't have
Yep.
to sleep. So Hester is going to stay as close to the center of the nest as possible,
Okay.
so that way they don't see out and see down.
And fall. Yep.
So
Beautiful.
in the interest
Uh.
of making sure that at least one healer is alongside at least one other who is not, I believe it would be nice for Skye to take a watch with Bubo, and or anyone else who's non-healer that would love to spend the time.
yeah, I mean Hester, I think will take first. Well, I'll be up at first watch, but I can't. I don't want to go to the edge of the nest kind of
Okay.
thing. So it's more or less I'm relying on Bubo for that. But just
Mhm.
having someone else awake at that time, just in case
Mhm.
something happens, there's somebody else
Okay.
there.
Rax.
And it also helps kind of, settle Hester down, getting back used to being that high in the air.
Okay.
Ooh, would this be an ideal time for Skye to perhaps please tell us the names of these two soldiers that are accompanying us again?
Rax and Orwin.
Rax and Orwin. And I believe the one Rax
Orwin
was
is
on.
Orwin is the Corvum. Rax is the Strake.
Got it. I believe Rax was the one
He's the oldest and in charge. Yep.
Yes, I'm trying to remember. Was Rax the one who had helped Skye earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so. And recognizing that he has some authority and has
A little bit of
been,
magic. Yeah.
yeah, a little bit of magic. Perhaps she would take a watch alongside him.
Okay. He's taking second.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough.
And Orwin will take last. Okay, perfect. All right.
And I'll take Reynard will take last as well with him.
Okay.
Corvum.
Beautiful. All right. Well, you guys have lots of people for watch. Perfect. All right. And Jeremy can sleep through the night. Or actually, does he need sleep? I don't think he does as a familiar.
He doesn't.
No, he's up.
Nah, familiars don't need sleep.
No. Cool. You guys got lots. All right. So, I will take perception rolls for who's ever on first watch, please.
Well, I lost track of who that was since Bronobi and Jeremy said they were, and then
Yep.
suddenly everyone was.
You have Bronobi, Jeremy, and Bubo, I believe. I think that's it for first watch.
Yeah, I mean Hester technically will also be awake at that time, but I don't know if I'll actually. Since I'm not at the
Bronobi
edge
gets
of
a
anything.
3, but Jeremy gets a 15.
Okay. I'll have you roll me one for Bubo then.
All right, that didn't work out as well. So Hester rolled a 10, Bubo rolled a 7.
Okay. All right, that works.
So I'm going to say that, Hester is just working on Bubo because
Yeah.
they're just like, oh, there's other people up right now, so let me just finish up what I'm doing here.
Okay. Are you keeping Bubo in the tree, or is he on the ground patrolling around the base?
Bubo's going to be up in the tree with me.
Okay.
So that way I could work on them, and
Cool.
just in case something attacks us with griffins, I want Bubo up there with us so they're not 50 feet away.
Perfect. All right. Well, Jeremy's the only one who got a good roll. Probably because he's probably perched on top of the tree and he's looking up. Does he have dark vision or no?
He did? Yes.
Yes, I thought he did. Okay. I'm pretty sure Pseudo Dragons had it. Okay. You definitely get a hint of a little bit of worry, but nothing major coming from him every now and then. You'd be able to tell, because you can look through his eyes, because he's technically a familiar for you. You do notice a little bit of movement in the air above you, with the moon shining down, but you don't get a sense of immediate danger from Jeremy at all.
Okay.
Yeah, just more of a, he's like hearing something, seeing something, but nothing big or worrisome. You guys do hear a bit of screeching during the night, but far off.
And I suppose Bronobi wouldn't say anything if there wasn't anything to say.
Yeah. It's just like maybe once every hour you'd get a, what's that? There's something, oh, no, never mind. During your first watch, while Irma is sleeping. Irma, as you drift off to sleep, the trees around you fade, replaced by the scent of wildflowers and morning dew. You stand in a vast field under a twilight sky where the sun and the moon hang together in perfect balance. The air hums with the gentle melody of a distant lullaby, and before you, a shimmering figure emerges. Henera the Provider. Her form is ever-shifting, composed of golden feathers and soft light. Her presence both comforting and commanding. She extends a hand to you. Hello, Irma. How are you this evening?
Hello. I'm doing good. I'll take her hand, I guess.
Would you like a cup of tea, dear?
That'd be lovely.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Sure. She takes you to like a little opening. That is what she looks like. She takes you to a little opening, and there's already a nice little tea set, couple stumps, and like it's the smells of like scones or something baking. And as you guys sit down, she pours you a cup of tea. Irma Lilyburn, you have walked the path of kindness. But kindness alone is not enough. There are those who cannot defend themselves, those whose voices are drowned by cruelty and shadow. Will you be their shield? Will you stand between them and harm?
Yes.
Oh, good. I was hoping that was the answer. The world around you shifts. You see flashes of something. You're not too sure if it's the future. You see villages in peril, lost souls in need of guidance, innocents trembling before forces too great for them to withstand. You also sense a massive fire behind you. And then you see yourself standing firm, with your arms spread wide, a guiding light in the darkness. Henera gestures, and a silver light coalesces before you, forming into a masterfully crafted crossbow. The wood is warm to the touch, engraved with ancient blessings, and the strings thrum as if alive. I'll show you a picture.
Fancy.
This is kindness. It's not a weapon of vengeance, but a gift of protection. Wield it not to strike with anger, but to safeguard those who have no other recourse. As your vision fades, you awake with a start. The scent of wildflowers still lingers, and in your hands rests a very real crossbow. And in your inventory, if you can add the crossbow kindness, you now have a artifact.
Is she actually proficient with it?
She is.
Excellent.
It is a light crossbow.
Oh, yay.
Nice.
You guys told me to create kindness, so I created kindness.
You sure did.
I will tell you.
It was one of 3 different words you're going to use: kindness, love, or friendship. So
I will tell you guys what this thing does once I find what I created. This one's a fun one. I enjoyed this one. Once I bring it up, I will actually show you the kindness.
Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff. Holy crap!
So, kindness, it's the blessings of Henwin. Kindness carries the divine essence of Henwin, the kind, and seeks to bring protection and mercy to those in need. So, you have bolts of mercy. You can choose to deal radiant damage instead of piercing damage when firing the crossbow. If the target is reduced to 0 hit points, you immediately stabilize them instead of dying. The item creates its own magical bolts, and any normal bolts fired will be considered magical. Critical hits made by this weapon deal an extra 2d4 radiant. You gain a +2 attack to bonus and damage with this. When attacking a creature below its maximum hit points, you can choose to do non-lethal damage without disadvantage. Once per long rest, you can shoot one of your friendly players, and instead of dealing damage, you can heal them 4d8 plus your wisdom mod. Once a day, you can shoot someone to heal them. When an ally is within 30 feet, is targeted by an attack, you can use your reaction to fire a bolt at the attacker. If it hits, it imposes disadvantage on the enemy's attack. So basically, you can use your reaction if someone's shooting someone. If you hit them, they immediately get disadvantage, whoever they're trying to hit. You can use that number of times equal to your wisdom mod, once per long rest. It also has the Hearthkeeper's Boon. When attuned to the crossbow, you can cast Sanctuary once per long rest without expending a spell slot. It is using your spell DC.
Interesting. So kindness giveth and kindness taketh away.
It has to be only attunement by a cleric of Henwin, which you are. Sorry, Henera.
Yeah. It's a very fancy crossbow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
And I have to somehow remember everything it does.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there's a custom item for it.
Yes.
On D&D Beyond.
Yep.
It was made.
Sure was.
But that is fantastic.
And from this session forward, Irma will never be able to hit with it ever again.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But
all the pluses in the world to hit, and it'll be like miss, 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 miss.
But you have
it's like, oh, I can't send anybody to the creator anymore.
Yep.
Oh, now I have more faith in that.
She's killed the most people with her other crossbow, so it just seems fitting to give her another one. Yeah, she's been lucky to get the killing blow with a lot. It's been quite funny.
It's like, twang. Oh dear, I meant to hit him in the shoulder. Oh, he's dead. Oh, darn.
Mostly accidents, maybe. Possibly. Who knows?
Yeah,
twang. Oh, darn, that thing has a hair trigger. Oh dear. Oh, he's dead too. Oh, damn.
We're going to find out at the end of the campaign that none of it was an accident. That Irma is just a serial killer.
More bloodthirsty than Bronobi.
Just straight up. Be like, oh no, I accidentally killed another one. It's like, that's 36 for today. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Oh my
and somewhere she has like tattoos or scars of everyone she's ever killed, and there's like just an arm.
There's like a pouch of teeth somewhere. You didn't notice I was grabbing them.
Yep.
That's what the spikes on her back are for.
Exactly.
She adds another one for everyone she's killed.
Incredible.
All right. Well, that is kindness. All right. Well, my voice is telling me it is a perfect time to take a break. So let's take 10.
Sounds good.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So first watch goes without any issues. Second watch, who's ever on second watch with Rax?
Yep, that would be Skye.
I will take perception rolls, please.
Alrighty.
You're not getting one from Jeremy. He's snuggled up with Bronobi.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that's a 15 for Skye.
Perfect. I'll take another one from
Um,
Bobo, seeing as he's up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bubo has a regular 20.
Okay. Well, Rax is still pondering the tree that you guys are in. He rolled a 10. So that still gives him a 16, but yeah. Alright. So you guys during your lovely watch would have heard Irma wake up suddenly and then probably go back to sleep immediately. Oh, close enough. Do you think you'd go back to sleep after that happened?
Maybe after like a few minutes of just collecting my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of overwhelming. I'll probably just sit there for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to sleep, yeah.
Okay. And you would also notice that your current crossbow that you had is the one that got turned into this. You don't have your old one anymore. It is this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about her getting the crossbow. If it was a physical thing that she got, so now she has 2 crossbows,
Yeah,
or
turned into
if she just knows that this was imbued into her current one.
It was imbued into the current and changed shape too. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Yep.
I'm sorry. One of my landlords is calling, and I've just called him, so I better call back.
No worries. So with some 15s and a 16, Skye, you would be able to tell that Rax is... He's a little agitated. You'd be able to hear him, like, talking to himself. More of a, I should have done this, I should have done this. I really should have sent word. What should I do? He's just mumbling to himself.
Well, friend, I know that it must be so difficult to see that your brothers in arms met such a terrible end. I know the job that you do trains you for facing unimaginable things, I'm sure, but, well, when you see devastating things like the fallen that we saw up close and personal, I mean, nothing can really prepare you for that. And I
You got that right,
do
Skye.
believe you. Well, I do believe your superiors would understand your hesitation. Certainly is never fun being the bearer of bad news. And I think she places her wing, just a gentle wing on his shoulder,
Yeah.
and casts calm emotions
Nice. Okay.
on him.
That works. Thank you for that. Yeah, it has been... He's not even going to bother to try and save against it. Yeah, I'm torn between our current job and duty to the perch. My main issue is, like, normally I would have sent Orwin back with word on what's happened to get more here, but because we're spread so thin and we have a important mission, I need to keep him here. So not being able to tell anyone about what's happened. Hopefully within a day or two, their next supply run will hit that way and they'll find out what's going on, but not being able to leave word is worrying me. And yes, a couple of them were friends, so it's been a day. But we have a more important job, so yeah. You'd see he's like steals himself a little after that. And it's like, thank you, Skye. This is
You're
an
quite
interesting
welcome,
tree.
friend. Well,
Never
you're
seen the like before.
But I miss.
indeed.
You didn't miss anything. We're still second watch.
Okay.
Indeed. And you know,
God.
I wonder, it's all right, my friend, to just definitely be honest and in touch with how you're feeling right now. I look to you as one of our proud guardians of this group, but after all, you are a being just like the rest of us, just trying to get through the mess. Just like my Grandma Jean used to say.
Grandma Jean. She sounds like a good egg.
She was a good egg, always. I know I'm doing something right. If I live as long as she did, I know I'm definitely doing something right. I'm on the good foot.
Well, let's hope. Well, I'm going to go back to my watch. Thank you, Skye. Appreciate that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you'd be able to tell he like immediately goes to check on Orwin first. It's like, yep, you're sleeping. We're good. All right. And then he pretty much just circles the platform the rest of his watch. Doesn't speak, just constantly like an eye out and an eye up for the most part.
If Skye makes her way towards her spot to bed down, does she recognize? Does she see this new crossbow?
I'll take a perception roll.
Sure. At this point, she's used quite a few spells. She might be quite sleepy herself. I don't know whether or not she will see it.
Do you have dark vision?
See. No, I do not.
Okay. 16's enough. You'd probably sleep near her at least, or in the general vicinity.
General vicinity?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely notice something different. Yeah. It's a little bit bigger. A little different. She's probably holding it a little bit more than she did before. Before it was just an item. Now maybe it's more of a companion.
Right, just cradling it in her sleep.
Yeah.
I'm sure that while it registers, that's new.
Yeah.
Well,
like Irma's usually curled up in a ball when she sleeps,
right.
So this is definitely like poking out a little bit more.
That's not concerning at all when someone sleeps with a gun.
No.
As long
as seems reasonable. It seems reasonable in this setting, to be fair.
Safety.
Yeah.
The fun part is this creates magical arrows, so you don't even need to cock it. It's just pull the trigger.
There you go.
Even more safe.
Yep, even more safe.
Yeah, it means you definitely couldn't accidentally shoot yourself with it. No way.
Nope.
Oh dear.
And I guess since it's also only for people of that following or whatever, it's very limited as to who can actually shoot it.
Yep.
So if anybody else steals it, it's like they can't use it. Even if they put an arrow in there, it's like they can't shoot anything.
Right, but friends, if you're proficient with it, just don't roll a 1 when you use it. And in noticing that, Skye will take note of that and make her way to her spot and bed down for the evening.
Perfect. All right. Last watch, Orwin is woken up by Rex. So it's going to be Orwin, Bubo, and Reynard, I believe.
Yep.
Beautiful. You'd be able to tell that as soon as Rax goes back to bed, Orwin's he's not in a talkative mood. He's just immediately taking over Rax's, guard, and he's just circling the exact same thing what Rax did. Not that you saw that. But he's like...
Bubo is in 19,
19?
Whatever, perception.
Yeah, I'll take a perception from Reynard, please. Orwin gets a nat 1.
Nat 20 for 26.
Oh God, that's your third.
That is his third.
I believe I win tonight. That's official. That means I'm going to suck my next session.
Your stealth rolls up the mountainside are going to be brilliant. All right. Nat 20s deserve a little bit of fun.
I'm so perceptive, I can actually see Brandon.
You can.
Like, wait, who is that? Never mind. What happened?
You look up into the sky and you see the griffins and then just a dude's face in the sky. You're like, what the hell?
Is that the Watcher?
A human face at that.
We are
A
in
human
the What
face
If
that
episode
smiles
right
upon
now.
you, and then
Time.
a human
space,
face that smiles upon
reality.
you, and then starts coughing.
Yeah.
Oh no, God has a cold.
Yeah. It's like, oh, wait.
Oh,
I woke
dear.
everybody up. Stupid thunder. It's not that type of year. Actually, this close to the mountainside, it'd be thunder snow. You'd probably be worried about. That stuff's fun.
Is thunder just Zeus hiccuping?
Yeah. As long as he's
Occasional
not,
fart.
yeah, as long as he's not peeing, you're fine. A nat 20. What fun can I have with a nat 20? Okay. Reynard. About an hour after you, well, more near the end of your watch, right before sun starts to rise. Not that you're really going to notice it rise too much because you're on a mountainside. And it rises in the east. At some point, you notice a bunch of eerie, like, bluish light emanating from the base of the tree. About 6 or 7 little tiny orbs of light that eventually coalesce into some sort of ethereal creatures. And you notice that they're not walking, they're floating.
I'll immediately alert Corvum.
What? Reynard, what?
You said at the base of our tree, right?
Yep.
Now, like, I'll tell him, like, do you see that?
I don't see anything. Where are you pointing? There's nothing. And at this point, Reynard, you see, like, more start coming. And they start, like, flying up towards the top of the tree where you are. Almost like you're getting surrounded by them. And they're glowing so bright that you can start to, like, see everything around you. And with your nat 20, you're going to notice that they are definitely perch guard spirits. Some of them look like they might be some of the dead ones that you've seen at the camp. Orwin doesn't see anything.
And they've come to thank us for helping them.
You'd also see other bird folk, not just perch guard. You'd be able to tell that there's probably a couple hundred that are starting to, like, walk in and, like, wander around this entire thing. And with your nat 20, you start to hear a few of them speak. Not to you, just more of a babbling to themselves. It's like most of them are going to be like, why won't I ever rest? When can I rest? When will we rest? Why are we wandering forever and ever and ever? A couple of them will be, it's like, I wonder what they're doing. I'm not home anymore. I'm worried about my family. Like, you're hearing a lot of babble. And you also definitely hear a couple, like, one of them keeps saying it came from below. It came from a below. It came from below. Is it going to come again?
I like how you just accidentally said it came from a blow. That's so perfect.
Came from below, sorry. I'll take just a general intelligence roll.
You know I saluted.
Yes.
Any particular intelligence?
Nope, just a straight D20 and add your intelligence modifier. Ooh.
19.
You're rolling good.
Means combat's gonna kill me.
Yeah. You'd definitely be able to tell that the spirits that are around you are bird folk and humble folk that have probably died in and around this area. Some of them look like most of them look like they were when they died. So a couple of them have arrows in them. A couple of them look like burned. A couple of them are torn apart. A couple of them look like they've probably fallen off the mountain and just smashed upon the rocks. But you're hearing the cries of a lot of dead humble folk and bird folk. And eventually, one of them notices you looking and comes over. Can you see us? Who are you? What are you doing here? I'll take a quick perception roll, please.
Has Reynard alerted everybody, or just the people on his watch?
Just him.
14 perception.
Okay.
That's up to him of whether or not he's woken everybody else up. Would you have?
No.
Okay.
Just alerted him, saw something at the bottom. He says no. He probably turned away already and went back to his patrol. So it's like, it's just me.
Yeah, he can't see anything.
And then I'm assuming, like, Bubo had a 19, but I know Reynard had a 20, so I don't know if Bubo would have seen any of this.
Nope.
Or if it'd be the same as the other guy.
Not seeing anything.
Okay, that makes sense. Because if Bubo doesn't see it, Bubo can't wake me up.
Meanwhile, the rest of the party, it sounds like the Sesame Street classic.
One of the perch guard, you could be able to tell he's in a perch guard uniform. He's a Gallus. Kind of looks like a rooster folk. He's just going to look you up and down and go, fighter, by the looks of you, shiny daggers. Why are you here? Who are you? If you're talking, I don't hear you.
I'm trying to think of what to respond with. I'm like, should I really talk out loud to the fact that I might be considered crazy by the one card guy? But before I wouldn't even respond with my answers. I would just ask a question like, "Who are you?"
That's a yes. Interesting. I've never met someone who could see us before. I am Sir Varric Greybill, head of Perch Guard. I've been dead for about 2 weeks. A lot of us around here either died near here or on the mountainside. Some of us were here undercover, looking across bandits. I've never met anyone who can see us. This is maybe good news. Something is keeping us here. Most have been dead between 5 and 10 years. Some recent. A lot of us recent. Something's keeping us from passing on. Can you help us find who that is and end them? If you pledge to do this, I will teach you anything I know.
Essentially, I know for a fact I wouldn't initially pledge anything, but like I would still do the whole like vaguely promise that I'll see what I can do kind of a thing.
What does he get with the 22 insight?
Great. When did it become reverse DM?
I rolled a nat 18, I'm sorry. Yeah, what does he get from you after he asks you this with a 22 insight?
Being a rogue, I know for a fact, like, I'm not brave. I'm like, I barely know any real magic. So something that's keeping him here is beyond myself. I could definitely look into it in some capacity, but I cannot promise a resolution of finding peace. So I could essentially, I can't pledge that I will do something beneficial, but I could still do something that will eventually become something beneficial.
Gotcha. I see you're hesitant. I do understand.
Essentially,
What
I'd be
if I helped you?
I'd look at it and be like, "This is new for me too. I
Yes.
don't really speak to the dead."
No. But you're here at the base. I assume you're going up and trying to deal with them.
Yes.
Would you like my help? And he holds out his hand.
All right.
Do you take it?
I'm probably going to be willingly possessed, so might as well go for it.
All right. If you are going to be willingly possessed, as soon as your hands shake, you pass out, sir.
Just out of curiosity, do I stay on the tree on the platform?
You are still on the tree. That is fine. Okay, I'm not going to make you fall.
I don't want to do the wildy coyote.
But you pass out, and darkness takes you, sir. While you're asleep, you start to get images of the person you just shook hands with. Almost as if your memories and his memories are merging. You can immediately take one level of fighter.
Whoa!
I did not expect this.
Interesting.
Yep.
That is sick.
You can also give yourself proficiency in stealth if you don't have it. If you have proficiency, you can add expertise.
Wow.
What if he's already got expertise?
Then choose something else.
He has
He's good
just
at
inherited the soul of...
or persuasion.
If he already has expertise, he's just a leaf on the wind at that point.
Oh my
He
goodness.
doesn't have to roll. He's always stealthy.
He has inherited the soul of a Navy SEAL Team 6. My
Pretty
goodness.
much.
Wow. What?
Given time, you might be able to communicate. But right now, it's going to take you a while to get through all his memories.
I kind of wish it was a fighter or a druid or a cleric or someone getting this level of fighter. It'd be
He's
really
a rogue,
cool.
so yeah, I figured.
No, it's really going to be good for him.
Mhm.
It's a great little feature to have, no question.
Yeah, so you said it's get proficiency in stealth, but if I already have proficiency,
Expertise and stealth. Yep. So to pretty much just
What rogues really need is more skills.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, if you, I don't think you choose your class even with the new 2024 stuff, do you?
new stuff is all level 3
Yeah,
classes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Well, if you decide to go more into fighter, he was a champion.
Critting.
Yep.
Oh yeah, as a rogue.
Yeah. And you're passed out the remainder of your watch. You will still get your full long rest.
I do hope I don't just suddenly go from a standing position straight to just lying flat, just,
They're definitely a little thunk, and Orwin would be like pretty much right at your side, wondering what happened. Yeah, you're definitely going to be woken up eventually with a bunch of people around you.
And a lot more hit points.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. You got a fighting style.
Yep. I can tell you what he had, because I had him built. He did have blind fighting.
Nice.
I'll take that too.
Yeah, eventually, if you talk to anyone about Sir Varric, he was a very, very, one of the best Perch Guard commanders.
Just be careful how much you say, or they'll think you're cray-cray. Gee, so Irma wakes up with a super awesome magical crossbow. Yep. Reynard wakes up with a level of fighter. The rest of us get dick.
Nat 20 perception, you gotta give him something.
Oh, indeed.
With 3 nat 20s tonight, yeah. You got a deck of cards, sir.
Imagine if Bubo got a nat 20. Bubo would be a level 1 fighter.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
You got a dragon and a deck of cards, sir.
Yeah, after you took away everything I had.
That was your own fault for rolling that number. But you're also, because you had the long rest, any cards you pull, you don't take damage from for the first one.
But he doesn't know that, so it doesn't matter.
And you're no longer vulnerable to fire.
I already wasn't anymore. I already checked that.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, the rest of you wake up with Orwin trying to shake Reynard awake. He definitely woke Rax at the beginning, but Rax just pretty much told him, looks like he passed out from exhaustion or something, and just to leave him.
Rax said to Rax off.
But Reynard, you wake up with what you would think of is a very interesting night. You probably saw Varric die. You probably would have seen like his last remaining memories, maybe the last couple days of his life. And it was definitely a griffin that killed him.
Can I get his name and stuff so I could put into my copy it correctly spelled?
I will. Sir Varric Greybill.
Irma, what happened to your bow?
I kind of communed with a god last night. She was very nice.
And gave you this amazing looking thing?
It seemed like that, yeah.
Well, apparently it was a busy night.
Oh my word! Was her name Rhea by any chance?
No, it was Hinara.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll take religion rolls, please.
Sure.
23.
I'm assuming Irma instantly knows everything about this crossbow. She doesn't have to have it identified and have the things told to her.
Correct.
She just knows
she is
innately.
Automatically attuned to it.
Sorry,
Okay.
21, I meant, not 23.
Okay.
Pooh, that's only a 9 for Skye.
Anyone with pretty much a like 11 or 12 over. Hanera is definitely the Amaranthian, the closest to nature. She holds dominion over all things that grow within the earth. While Ardea is the animating force of life, Hanera is the guiding heart that gives life purpose and meaning. She encourages birdfolk not only to see the world, not only from the treetops, but from the loam and all the tiny living things beneath. She's definitely like the mother hen, just like Irma.
Well, I would say you are completely crazy, but I guess the evidence doesn't lie. I'm not sure how to feel about this.
Hanera is mostly worshipped by farmers and druids, but many clerics do tend to shrines in her honor.
Well, I can't say I've had the pleasure of meeting her at all, but I mean, it looks like she's quite benevolent. Certainly a protector of sorts to give you such a fine weapon.
It would seem that way. I don't think I've ever talked to her directly before.
Nope. Yeah, I don't even think your parents would have either. Nope.
Well, all right. Well, friends, it seems like, at any rate, it looks like Spirit and the gods are watching over us in along our journey. So that that's all I need to know that we are ready to move forward.
Reynard.
Well,
Sorry, go.
so he's going to send Jeremy up into the sky just to check for griffins.
Beautiful. Perception roll. Reynard, when you finally wake up, you definitely notice something's off. You also have
18.
3 of the ghosts that were with or in around last night are still in front of you, and each one of them is offering their service for whatever you need to for your proficiency for the day.
Well, how many levels do you want to get?
No, this is just part of his being the Phantom Rogue.
That's less fun.
Yep. That's also why I did what I did, because he's a Phantom Rogue. He can see.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like,
yep.
What's going on? It's probably Phantom Rogue stuff. Okay, let's
Okay.
see how it goes.
Yep.
Oh, level 1. Oh, okay.
Yep. Kind of ties it.
We're still in the nest tree thing right now.
The
right?
tree lasts for pretty much your 8 hours, so you would know that very soon the tree is going to be back on the ground in a seed again.
Okay. Yeah. Hester will remind everyone. Yeah, we'll remind everyone that, the nest is going to shrink down. So to be prepared for it to retreat back to the ground. Obviously, it's not going to be like, it just disappears and we fall 60 feet. But
Understood, friend. Understood.
Yeah,
I would honestly think it would shake for a second when it's starting to descend, and that's like how it went up. The platform forms, and we went up. It would go down, then the platform and disappears.
Starts to turn back into a seed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it'll go down, and Hester will pick up the charm and put it back in their bag of holding.
Perfect.
Pretty much wake up with a headache, like, oh, good lord, when I hit my head. Oh.
Yeah, are you okay, Reynard? Orwin said you took a tumble last night. Not too sure what happened.
Like, I'm not gonna above table. I'm not gonna go into detail. Just I looked over the edge. I think I got a little woozy.
That does tend to happen to the humble folk. That's okay. As long as you're okay, that's all that matters.
My new whispers will take the investigation.
Okay.
Hester will double check with Bubo, hearing that Reynard just passed out. So they'll check with Bubo and just be like, more or less see if Bubo saw anything, and then also find out that Bubo was like, oh yeah, he passed out, but his quote unquote vital signs were still good. So Bubo just assumed he fell asleep.
Yeah, pretty much. Breathing, going back on.
Breathing, heart still beating. Yep. All right, yeah, he just fell asleep.
Yep.
I would honestly think if Bubo got a nat 20, it's like, oh look, now he's talking and it sounds like Brandon.
Yeah. Highly possible.
Does it have a Siri setting? Can we change it to something else?
Actually, I use Google more than I do Siri. Or even Alexa. I don't know why. All right. Well, you guys are awake, alert. You can take a long rest if you already have not. If you need to prepare spells for the day, by all means choose what's going to work for you. Climbing a mountainside and dealing with whatever you guys come up against. Who's on point?
And what's on second?
I don't know on third.
You can tell our age.
Skye is definitely going to be towards the middle.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
just to stay within healing range of as many people as possible.
Reynard will take point.
Beautiful. Because this is new territory for Rex and Orwin also. They don't know other than your current map that kind of tells you, led you to this path.
Would I essentially get an advantage with my checks because now I'm technically in a way possessed or have the memories of?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Nope. It's going to take time for the memories to interweave with yours. So,
But I will have like a sense of familiarity, like deja vu every so often.
Every now and then, you're going to think that you were here and don't remember when or where. But yeah, because maybe at the same time, you remember being somewhere else. Eventually, these memories are going to be yours and not his.
You cut out with that last word. Memories are going to be...
Eventually, these are going to be your memories and not his memories.
Ooh.
Eventually, you will think that you led 2 lives, maybe, at some point. It's going to be fun.
Already.
All right. Perception rolls, please, for you on point. Pretty much we'll do everyone, because I'm assuring soon everyone's going to be keeping an eye out.
11. I rolled bad.
I got a 0 and Jeremy got a 7.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh.
Nice, fun morning for Bronobi and Jeremy.
Wow.
That's a lot of low rolls.
0. Yeah, I'm back.
That's a lot of low rolls for everybody.
Okay. So
Still-
Bubo.
I rolled a 4 and a 2 for Orwin and Rex. We're not doing
We're
good.
still opening
All
our
right.
eyes a little
Okay.
bit.
What's with this fog in the morning?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, okay. So Bubo, I rolled an 18 plus
Okay.
4, so that's a 22.
Okay.
But Hester rolled a nat 20 plus
Ah.
2, so that's a 22.
All right. That's
Go Hester.
5
Hester is a
tonight.
morning
Total.
person.
That's 5 nat 20 so far tonight. Okay.
Yep.
Hester is definitely a morning person.
Yeah. All right.
Early bird catching the worm.
Yep. Bubo and Hester
Indeed.
are oddly the only ones who know what the hell's going on here. Oddly enough.
Well, everybody else is looking at their new crossbow or trying to figure out why they're strangely more powerful. Or
yeah, you're also on the side of a mountain, and you'd be able to tell within a couple hours, like you're getting the mountain, you're definitely different temperature. It's getting colder. You're even starting to see little remains of snow as soon as you start to climb. So if you don't have any warm weather gear or any resistances to cold or didn't think of packing anything, it's going to be a fun trip.
I'm pretty furry. I'm not too concerned.
Nope, most of you have
Well,
fern
it's a
feathers.
good-
You're not terrible.
yeah, it's a good thing I have that ring of warmth.
Yes.
So now I have resistance to cold.
You might have to start passing that around at some point. Because the entire journey climbing up here is going to be con saves every hour to see how well you guys do.
Oh.
As soon as the air starts to get thin and you're going higher and higher and colder, the exhaustion might start catching in and catching up with you guys at some point. So, yeah, pretty much the 5-day journey up here is to see how well you guys do. Having a map with a semi-detailed, it doesn't really have like everything. It's just more of a 200 paces, go here. Look for this, go here. It's not like in a complete detail. But as you guys start to descend the makeshift mountainside, you would be able to tell. I'll take, give me investigation rolls. That's the easiest. Or survival. Whatever you're better at.
Nat 20. I finally got one.
Nice, we're at 6.
Plus 5.
Very nice.
That's a 5.
I joined the party.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Survival.
Especially Bronobi and a couple of you guys. Along the way, Irma, nothing. You'd definitely be able to tell this is definitely man-made. Whoever built the fortress up here, This was definitely at some point probably maybe heavily used. Maybe this is an old path that.
I'm sorry, but it was definitely, probably, maybe.
Sorry, it's how I speak. It was definitely at some point man-made and used a lot. It's probably not used as often anymore, but it is still good for the odd person coming through here. You wouldn't be able to get a wagon up here anymore, so it is definitely an older path. It's still not worn to the point where you will have hard times going through it, but it is, you'd know that it is unused recently. There's no footpaths, no footprints. Layers of snow are fresh. You do not see anything in your general vicinity. You don't even see the griffins this morning. Yes. You say that every time I say general vicinity.
I know, and I'm going to keep doing it.
I love it. In your general area.
General area.
So yeah.
I hope, I mean, you can't see me right now, but I'm saluting every time I do that as well.
For a reason I don't know why, but that is okay.
I watched that show too.
You'd probably have to tell me what it is, and then I might understand.
Yeah, it's general. You got to salute the general.
Yeah. It's not that confusing, Brandon. Come on.
I don't watch
General.
that, sorry.
Oh, wait, was that How I Met Your Mother?
Yes.
It was.
Okay.
I
remember
have
that.
seen that, but I do not remember that part in it.
Anytime it was a military reference, either major or general or yes.
Okay. That's
Yeah, they
slowly
would
coming
repeat
back.
it, and then like
Like
Okay.
someone would
And
say,
then-
"You're a major pain in the ass, major pain," and they
Like,
would
really?
salute.
Okay.
Something like this.
I hate to be
I
Captain Obvious,
vaguely-
Captain Obvious.
I vaguely remember
Captain
that.
Obvious.
Okay.
Mhm.
Like the duty to corporal punishment.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so next campaign I do has no military referenches at all.
Oh,
though
dear,
the
no.
next campaign I do is a Star Trek one, so that's all you're gonna get.
Well, I don't know that where would help. Oh, there's admirals and that
Oh,
one,
there's
but
everything in there.
It's hard to put
You're
an
saying
admiral.
captain almost every.
Just keep it focused on a pre-warp society. Like,
No,
it's Star Trek, but it's not a Star Trek.
it's a Section 31 campaign. You're gonna be on a ship a lot. Yep.
That or so you've arrived at the Dominion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If that being the case, I'm choosing plasmoid as my race.
What, you don't want to be a Jemadar? Come on. Or a changeling?
That's a plasmoid.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
the
No, it
changeling
would be
might-
actually changeling race. Yeah. Star Trek has one, I think, specifically for the changeling. I don't know if it is plasmoid. I can't remember. I haven't read the
Look at
rulebook
It's
in
the
a while.
news. So,
Is it?
anyways.
Nice.
yeah.
I haven't read the
I
rulebook
mean,
in
in
a
Deep
long
Space,
time.
in the show in Deep Space Nine, Odo is a changeling, so they do have a changeling race. I can't remember what his race is called though.
Probably plasmoid if Frost has done it before. But yeah, that's after this campaign's done. So, you guys are making your way up. Your rolls are good enough to be able to stay on at least the path. That
Making our way.
You can
Making our
currently
way.
So, as you guys descend, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Let's start with Hester. What's on Hester's mind?
Not much. I can't think of anything. I would say not much. This is new for them, and because I don't.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, they're not a fan of being high up.
Nope.
Granted, they are on the ground. They are still on the ground, but higher.
Yep.
So they're kind of more focused on, just putting one foot in front of the other and
Yep.
slowly making their way to where they need to go, as well as, keeping an eye out for griffins.
Yep.
But
Okay.
as for pure thoughts, nothing. It's just more focused on not falling.
Reynard. What's on Reynard's mind as you start climbing up?
I guess it's technically some of the memories going through my mind of, wait, that wasn't me. Why do my hands have feathers yet they're covered with fur?
Mm-hmm.
And like as we're marching, it's like, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. And like, wait, is that my bank account number? No, that's not it.
Mm-hmm. Give me a straight wisdom save. Ooh.
19.
Okay. Well, you don't pass out from this memory, which is good. You get a memory of Cerveric. He definitely had a wife and kids. You see their faces. You don't have names yet, but they're definitely alive and probably don't know he's dead.
Oh.
But thankfully, if you didn't pass that save, you're going to pass it again. This is going to be fun for me. Irma, what's on your mind?
Probably not much. Probably still thinking about the interaction with Panara.
Mm-hmm.
Trying not to feel cold. Just trying to hold the cloak a little closer because they probably have the least fur of anyone here.
Yep.
Other than that, just keep moving forward. Not
Perfect.
thinking anything much.
Okay. Skye, what's on your mind?
I think that Skye is reflecting upon all of the stories that she used to hear about Grand Grammy Jean's exploits, and I think that she at all times strives to be an energy within the group that's positive, that helps folks, to try to help folks forget the cold by telling a joke that may be corny, may be funny. But she basically tries to keep folks' spirits up.
Yeah.
And she has a lute with her that she doesn't necessarily sing to, perhaps, but I think she tries to play something upbeat, at least, to keep up morale.
Okay. Can I have a general intelligence roll, please? Or survival? I'll take either.
I mean, it's annoying that he cut out after saying
Sorry.
general, but I assume it was general intelligence.
Yeah, I'll take a general intelligence roll or survival, whichever works for you.
Okay, well, I am not proficient in survival. However, it is higher. I've got a +2 in that.
Okay.
Intelligence is only +1. So
right.
we're going to see.
An
All
8.
right,
Okay. Yeah, sounds like a great
whole
idea.
8.
Nothing's going to
That's a whole
happen.
8.
Yep.
Just strumming along, friend. Strumming along.
Yeah. Can I have a D100 roll as you start playing, please? And a performance roll.
Oh dear. All right.
I do have a question while the roll is happening. So the phoenix feathers.
Yes.
You had said that they are warm.
They're not warm anymore. They were warm when they first were dropped. They just feel like feathers now.
So they don't they don't emanate
heat.
warm.
No, not at all. Not anymore.
They were just warm from
residual heat from the bird itself. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So Skye got a straight 25.
Okay.
On the D100 roll.
Yep.
And I think she shall go ahead and cast guidance on herself.
Probably
and
a good idea.
Just trying to tune and retune and that chord doesn't sound quite right. Oh, come on, Skye. Fiddly-dee. And she'll try to guide herself in this moment.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on. I'll display that there. And then, let's see. Let's do the D4 first. Why not? Oh, got a 4 on that. Well, that's good. Let's see what we get on the performance. Oh, and I forgot. My sheet says something about advantage. Wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. Let me look that up for a moment. There's something here that I didn't realize that I have. Features.
Maybe it's part of your gloves? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I remember us talking at one point you were musically inclined, I thought, so maybe you chose it?
Yes, I do believe I did. I'm desperately trying to figure out which one.
Let me look here.
No, it wouldn't be Appraising Eye. Perhaps it might be.
You have advantage when it's part of being a Corvum for convincing people.
For convincing.
Yeah, so you can. It allows you to act, tell a story, perform music, or dance. So you do definitely have to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it's part of being a Corvum. Yep.
I am trying
Racial
to convince everyone to think warm thoughts.
Yep.
Here we
go. It is a racial trait.
Incredible.
Yep.
With advantage, then.
Yeah, that's a handy one. That'd be a good for bards.
Yeah, there may be some multi-classing happening later. Now that you mention it.
Yep.
Let's see what we get here. Okay.
Oh,
that
okay.
is quite decent. Got a 22.
Beautiful.
So that's 26 total.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing and a bad thing. So,
all right.
What are you playing? And while you're playing, tell me what you're playing first. What instrument?
I am playing a lute at the moment.
Lute. Beautiful.
Yes.
And what exactly are you trying to do, and how long are you going to be playing for?
Well, I think one after the other, the song actually changes depending on whom she's walking beside, I think.
Okay.
I think she starts off with the story of brave adventurers who travel to and fro, helping others as they go. And I did not mean that to just rhyme, but it did. Hey. No songs composed yet, friends, but who knows? So yes, I think that she starts out in general terms, and then yep, there it is. And then she picks out the shining qualities of each person and starts to shape the song around that, I think. And
nice.
and then in between one person to the next is when she will have folks chime in on the chorus, so that at one point, at some point, I feel like every time we hit the chorus, she encourages everyone to join in. Yes.
Well, at some point...
And Bronobi, Bronobi's like, I buy Miss American Pie.
At some point, you are going to have young Orwin jump in and start singing along with you. While he does that, I actually rolled quite well for him. He got a 21 performance roll. He's going to consider this his inspiring speech and give you guys all 5 temporary hit points.
Whoa!
His class also, while he does that, gives you heroic inspiration at the same time for being a part bard.
Nice. So we each get to mark a heroic inspiration there.
Heroic inspiration and 5 temporary hit points.
Very nice.
Does Bubo get the?
Yes. He's considered same with Jeremy. They're considered companions.
I don't know how to add that, so I'll just have to remember it.
Does Reynard have anything out with him? I can't remember if I killed the last thing you had summoned. I think I did.
Well, the initial one disappears as of sunrise, so I can definitely, if you want, I could bring something out right now.
That's up to you.
Let's find out.
Okay.
1.
1. What does that give you?
A weasel.
A weasel. You just okay. You have a weasel that is clutching your neck because it does not want to be on a mountainside cliff. It'll keep your neck warm.
I'm okay with that.
Perfect. All right. As Orwin and Skye are singing, Bronobi, what's on your mind right now as you climb up this mountainside?
Bronobi is thinking, where the fuck did she really get that bow from? I mean, it's not like gods are actually real. Otherwise, I'd be getting bows all over the place. This is bullshit. I want that bow. I need to know where she got it from.
Oh.
I love it. That is so Bronobi. Well,
Absolutely nothing on the outside, though.
No?
It's perfectly normal and calm on the outside.
Beautiful. All right. While you guys are traversing and enjoying a spectacular performance, at some point you start to get louder and louder, and your 25 roll is causing an avalanche, my dear. I need dex saves from everyone from a lovely avalanche of snow and rock, because you are extremely loud on a mountainside, my dear.
Well, I just got another nat 20. So can I help someone else if I need to with that?
7. Okay.
Friend,
18.
send some of
18.
that
18.
energy my way, please.
Mhm. A 22.
Well, that was kind of what I was hoping.
All right.
Fantastic. Oh, only
Well-
a 9. Mm-mm.
Well, Hester got shit. Hang on.
Yep.
Bubo has a 6, and then
Okay.
Hester was slightly more than that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like 8 or 9, something like that. I know it wasn't that high.
All right. Well,
Well, because Bronobi is at the back, could he, if someone's falling, could he sort of catch them and stabilize them?
I will let you
With his
choose
nat 20?
Skye, Bubo, or Hester.
Well, it ain't going to be Bubo.
I can
I'm
glide, so
Yeah, this isn't
When
gonna
I
they
mean,
got-
both Skye and I can glide. Oh, it's not?
No, this is sudden and immediate.
Oh dear. All right.
I'm going to make it fair and roll a d20. If it's 1 to 10, it's Skye.
Okay.
11 to 20, it's Hester.
Okay,
And it's a 9, so it's Skye.
beautiful. Roll me a d8, please.
Okay, I got a 6.
6. That'll put you up to a 15. Perfect. I'm basically allowing you to have one of Orwin's bardic inspirations. Okay, so all of you who rolled above a 13, you're taking 11 bludgeoning damage and 3 cold damage.
Ugh.
Bubo
Rude.
and Hester are taking 22 bludgeoning damage and 6
Oh.
cold damage.
Oh no.
All right, so 22 bludgeoning.
And 6 cold.
Okay, since I have resistance to cold because of the ring of
It'll be
warmth, then it's
3.
only 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Bubo and Hester are also buried in snow and rock.
Oh.
The rest of you
no.
managed to negate most of it. You definitely have a massive pile that you're going to have to either clear or climb over on the mountainside. I also need Constitution
Understood.
saving throws from everybody, please, as you start to climb up and you are getting now cold and frozen.
Oof. My
I'm
rolls
so
are bad.
sorry for those of us who made it. That was a half damage.
Half,
How much
yes.
is that?
11 bludgeoning and 3 cold.
11 bludgeoning, 3 cold. Thank you.
Yes,
I'll do
ma'am.
that.
Yeah, that is the half damage, so
Okay.
the 11. Okay, so 22 and 6, that's okay, so Bubo takes 28 damage. It's a good thing they got that 5 temp.
Yeah,
You're down
yeah.
to 3 HP.
Yep.
And so you said both Bubo and Hester are buried
Yeah.
now?
Yes, and your con saves are at disadvantage.
Okay.
Uh,
Do I
have
do a
that
con save right
inspiration.
now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
13 for the con save.
Okay.
22.
22.
Oh,
All
dear.
right, Hester has
me.
11 for their con save.
Okay.
The unlucky number for Skye tonight is number 9.
Okay.
5, 6, 7.
Oh.
So,
And
whoever,
then 9 for Bubo.
9 for Bubo. Okay. All right.
Oh,
So,
regret.
Irma, Skye, Hester, and Bubo all have 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh. All right.
13 with the DC for that. Reynard, you just passed.
Bubo, it says condition immunities are exhaustion. So
Okay.
do they not get one?
Then if he's immune, he does not get one.
Okay. But I do get one.
Yes. And Hester is now and Bubo are completely covered in snow. And my voice is telling me this is a perfect place to end, and we will pick up here next session. On a mountainside after a avalanche from a very, very great performance.
And then
So
when it
great
comes
that the
to-
mountain applauded.
Yes.
Oh, no.
when it comes to the effects of exhaustion, am I to use the 2014 or the 2024
2014.
version? Okay.
Yep. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. That one was a fun one.